I'm going to go right into a little touch of the liquid white. And just take the 2-inch brush and dip it right in there. Let's go up here and begin covering the canvas. All we're looking for is a nice, thin, even coat. Probably the biggest single mistake made when people first start is applying too much of the liquid white to the canvas. You just want enough of the liquid white to completely cover the fabric. Just enough. Don't overdo. Don't overdo. Okay? And you just use long strokes or round strokes, whatever it takes. There's no set way. When you get the canvas completely covered, then we'll use long horizontal and vertical strokes just to assure that we have an even distribution of liquid white over the entire canvas. There. See, nobody has any problem with this. This is absolutely the easiest step. The easiest step. Okay, a little bit down here in the corner. We'll have this side of the gun ready to go. Okay, and as I said, now we use both vertical and horizontal strokes just to make sure that the canvas is completely covered and nice and even. And back and forth. And with a 2-inch brush, it takes only a second to do this. If, by chance, you feel that you might have a little bit too much of the liquid white, clean and dry your brush and go back over it. That'll remove any excess liquid white. It'll be just right. Just right. Okay, let's clean the brush. We clean our brushes with odorless thinner. And I really, really recommend that you use odorless thinner or you'll smell up your whole house. Or it'll cause more problems. Shake off the excess and then beat the devil out of it. And this is the fun part. This is where you take out all your hostilities and frustrations. It's a lot of fun. Today, let's do a little winter scene that has in it a happy little sun. So to do that, I'm going to start with a 1-inch brush and go into the least little touch of cad yellow. I'll be right back. Got a little touch of the bright red. Very little. A little red, a little yellow. And just tap it into the bristles. Just like so. See, that's about all you're looking for. Just a little bit evenly distributed through the bristles. Okay, let's go up here. And you have to make a major decision right off. Where's your sun going to live? We're going to start out and just sort of draw a little circle here. Maybe right in here. Like, about that big. A little bit bigger than you want to be. This is going to be the aura around the sun. Just going to be the aura around the sun. Okay? Now then, we can wash your brush. That's the last time we'll use that color. Shake it off. Give it just a little wrap. Now, let's go into some titanium white. Titanium white. I'll reach up here and I'm going to grab a touch of alizarin crimson. So we have white and alizarin crimson. And you just wipe the brush through it, just like so. Okay, let's go up here. Now then, begin starting out here, and we make little crisscrosses, little X strokes. See, and make these little X strokes. You don't want to just draw a circle. If you just draw a circle, it's a son of a gun to blend these edges, and we're going to put a lot of colors around here. Start on the outside and blend inward. Okay, that's just alizarin crimson and titanium white. It looks like an egg I cooked the other day. Okay, we just blend it right up. I'm not much of a cook if you hadn't figured that out. Right up. Right up. Probably the only one in town that can burn Kool-Aid. Okay, now then. With that same color, let's just bring a little bit of that, and I'm still just making little crisscrossy strokes. Just bring it right on out, like so. Like so. A little bit out the other side. And this is fun time. Here you just throw this on, just using these little crisscross strokes. No big deal. And while we have that going, we'll have a little water in this painting. So right below this pinkish area, let's just do this. You're still not committed. This really Really makes no difference how you put it on. No difference at all. All we're doing is just throwing in a little color while we have it on the brush. There we go. And you can make that brighter if you want yours brighter, or you can make it softer. This is really an individual thing. All we want to do here is teach you how to create certain effects. And you pick the colors and you put your own ideas into it. That's very important. This is an extremely free style of painting, and it requires that you add your likes and your dislikes, or it doesn't work. Okay, alizarin crimson, and we'll get a touch of phthalo blue, and we'll just mix it right on the palette. So we have crimson and phthalo blue. And there's a little white under there too. We're looking for sort of a lavender, maybe a little touch more of the crimson. Now proportionately, the phthalo blue is many times stronger than the alizarin crimson, so you need more crimson than blue. Okay, let's go back up here. Now this little lavender color, I'm going to come right out here, still using the little crisscrossers, and just add a little bit of lavender right around like so. Just like so. Come right around, right around. Isn't that fun? Thought you would enjoy it. Thought you would enjoy it. This is a happy painting. And I sincerely believe that painting should make you happy. Should make you happy. I'm going to use that same color while we have it on the brush. I'm going to add a little touch of that down here into the water also. Whatever we put in the sky today, we'll just throw some of it in the water. Make it pretty. We'll go over here. And I'm pulling from the outside in. That way you don't end up with great big lines here. See, if you start here and go out, you make big harsh lines. Pull from the outside and go in. It blends together much softer and much nicer. There we go. All right. Now, without cleaning the brush, I'm going to go right into a little touch. We'll just use that same place we were mixing color. Prussian blue, little Prussian blue, a little black, and the least little touch of Van Dyke brown. So we have some blue, some black, and some brown. And just load the brush up. Just go back up here. Now then, starting at the farthest corner and working inward. This just makes sort of a nice gray color. Just want to fill up what's left. Just sort of fill this up. Still using those little crisscross strokes because these little edges are feathered and they're much, much easier to blend together. A little bit over in this corner. Sort of bring it all together. And then while we have that on the brush, that was black, Prussian blue, a little touch of brown. There we go. Let's come right down here, and we'll add that same color into the area it's going to be water. And once again, pull from the outside in. And you have this little feathered edges rather than those harsh edges. From the outside in. Just like so. There we go. Okay. Over here, same thing. From the outside in. Outside in. Just a little on this side. Okay, we can wash that old brush. Just give it a good scrub. In the bottom of this bucket that I washed the brush in, there's a screen. And you scrub your brush against that screen, it allows the solid parts, the solid materials, to sort of settle to the bottom, and it keeps your paint thinner relatively clean. And paint thinner, it really never wears out. You can let it set for a few days to a week, and it'll settle out and get just as clear, and you can use it over and over and over again. Now then, clean dry brush. We're going to go back up in here and still making these little crisscross. This is a 2-inch brush. We're going to begin blending, just blending, and go all the way around the sun and blend outward. Because this is your lighter color, always blend toward the dark. Don't ever bring that dark color in toward the center. There we go. Still making the little crisscrosses, little X's. Little X's. Now if you had drawn distinct lines right here. Oh, you'll work yourself to death trying to blend this out. Just absolutely work so hard. And this makes it easy. Right on out to the edges. There we go. See there? And you just blend it till you can't tell where one color stops and the next one starts. You know, we have fantastic instructors that travel all over the country, and they teach people from every walk of life the joy of painting. Get in a little plug there. But if one of these instructors ever comes to your area and you'd like to take classes, jump in there. You can't believe how much fun you'll have. And these instructors are certified, and we guarantee them 100%. 100%. Now then, all I'm doing is blending all the way across it just to take the brush strokes out. And stand back and take a look. Look right up in here. You can see there's sort of a distinct line right here. And sometimes you have to stand back to see that. If you have any lines in yours, take a clean brush and just blend it. You can soften this until it's just, oh, it's just fantastic. Fantastic. See? And then once again, go back over it. And you do this as many times as necessary. Okay, down here in the water, I'm just going to go all the way across and just begin pulling all this together. Very lightly on the inside, harsher out here. Just to blend it. Now this pink area will disappear on you in a heartbeat. So don't overwork that. This dark color will eat it up. There we go. Okay, very lightly. And see, your little pinkish glow still remains there. That'll be pretty when the picture's finished. There we go. Okay, wash the brush one more time. Shake it off. And there we go. Now then, to make a sun in here, you can use a fan brush or 1-inch brush, or you can use the finger. And I'll take just a little bit of white paint, and let's come right up in here. Decide where you want the sun to be, and firmly just draw a little circle. Firmly push it right into the fabric. Right into the fabric. Like so. Now then, first you have to clean your finger. There's quite a bit of paint here. Now, very lightly, take the knife and just zip off the excess paint. Just zip across. Then with a clean, dry brush, very lightly, just blend it. And that easy, you have a happy little sun up here in the sky. That easy. Okay, now we can really have some fun. Okay. I have paper towels over here that I'm wiping the brushes against and the knife with to clean it. Let's build us a happy little mountain. Tell you what, let me use some Prussian blue and alizarin crimson in about equal parts. I'm going to put a little black in there. And shoot, we'll even put some Van Dyke brown. Blue, brown, black, touch of alizarin crimson. Maybe even add a little more crimson to that. Okay, now, you can't tell what color that is. Just looks black. But if you put a little white out here, you can pick up a little, and then you can determine if it's the color that you want. And maybe for this particular painting, maybe we'll add a little bit more crimson to it. I want it a little more into the lavender hue. So we'll add a little touch more crimson. Good. See, I like that color better. This is the only way, though, you can tell what color that is. All right. Now then, clean off the knife. To make us a little mountain, start off with your dark color. You don't have to overmix this. Pull the color out, take the knife, pull it out as flat as you can get it. Really put some pressure on it. Pull it out hard. This knife has a straight edge, so it's easy to load. All you have to do is pull across and get a little roll of paint just right out on the edge there. See it? It's very important that you get in the habit of loading that knife so the roll of paint is out on the end. Okay, let's go up here. Now that you have to make another big decision. Where does your mountain live? Maybe in our world, our mountain's going to live right about here. and you push firmly, firmly. And try to push that paint right through the fabric. Just right through the fabric. Just really get in there and work it wherever you think it should be. Maybe there's a little thing, and there it is. He lives right there. The only thing we're worried about at this point is this nice top edge up here. It's the only thing. Down here, we don't care what's happening. Maybe this comes right on down. Just make up little stories. Maybe there's a little bump that lives there. You know? If you want it there, drop it in. This piece of canvas is your world, and you can do anything here that you please. Anything at all. You put as many or as few ridges and bumps and hills, whatever. Okay. Now then, we'll take a 2-inch brush, and because the liquid white's underneath here, this is slick. Watch here. You can grab this paint and pull it. You can move it on the canvas. You can just literally move it. There's not much paint up here. Not much paint. We removed most of it with a knife, and now we're going to blend downward to remove even more. And if you've painted with me before, you know that if you're painting mountains, they should always be more distinct at the top than they are down here at the bottom. There we go. And this helps create that illusion without really working or worrying about it. It just sort of happens. Once again, though, there's not much paint here. It looks like it, but there's very little paint up here. Now then, let's put some snow on these mountains. If this is going to be a happy little winter scene, we need some snow up there. So, let's take titanium white, and to that, I'm going to add the least little touch of bright red. Least little touch. It goes a long way. Long way. We'll just sort of mix this up some color, just to give it a little pinkish glow. Just a little bit. We don't want too much. Okay, pull that out just as flat as you can get it. Really get strong with it. Bend that knife. Pull it hard. Then cut across, and we get our little roll of paint right on the edge again. Okay, let's go up here. Probably one of the biggest problem areas in this style of painting is making snow break on the mountain. When you're using this knife, watch right up here. When you hold it with thumb and forefinger. Just take thumb and forefinger and put it right here on the metal furrow. These other fingers, all they do is just guide. They apply no pressure up or down. Hold it just with thumb and forefinger. These could just sort of float around. Okay, now we take the point of the knife, put it at the point of the mountain. No pressure. Absolutely no pressure. All it's touching is that little roll of paint. And follow the angle of the mountain. You want that paint to break, to have all these little holes in it. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that again. Try it again. Now, if by chance you have problems and yours doesn't work just right, just take your knife, zip it right off, and you can put it right back on. And you can do that as many times as you need to. Add your dark back in, take your big brush, pull it down, and just do it over. That's the way you learn. That's the way you learn. If it doesn't work for you the first time you try, it means one thing. Just one thing. You're normal. You're normal. That's all. Don't worry about it. You didn't learn to tie your shoe in one try. It took practice. And in no time at all, shoot, you could do it without even looking. And it's the same here. Very soon, you don't have to really think about how you're loading the knife or the brush. It becomes a habit. I was telling a story one time in class about tying your shoe, that you had to practice it and to learn. The lady looked down at my feet and she says, "How come you're still wearing loafers?" So, guess I didn't learn well. Okay, now then, anywhere you want little bumps to be, little ridges, just drop them in. That's all there is to it. As many or as few as you want on your mountain. There we go. So no pressure though. No pressure. Just sort of let the knife float away. Okay, now let's make a shadow color. And for that, oh, today let's use white and a touch of phthalo blue. Just a touch, very strong. Very strong. Okay. Make a value, oh, that's pretty good right there. Pretty good right there. Like that, pull it out, very flat. And once again, just cut across, and that little roll of paint, you want it to be right on the edge of the knife. Okay, let's go up here. Now then, you have to begin making big decisions. Which one's in the front, which one's in the back. You have power here. And when you have power, you have to learn to use it. So let's say maybe this one lives back here a little bit. So let's do him first. Shadows go in the opposite direction. No pressure. Now then, to push that one back, watch here, watch here. Take this one and bring him distinctly through. See there? That easy. That easy. You can push him out and right back. That easy. But pay very, very close attention to angles. Look at the angles of the highlights. They're all going in basically the same direction. The angles of the shadows are all going in basically the opposing or opposite direction. That's what makes it work. Mountains are just geometric shapes. They're just games of angles. Watch here.